Ciao a tutti, uè, Glauco does BJJ episode 18. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because it's already been more than 2 weeks since I've had this training. I just wanna keep a record of what I've learned and what happened. So episode 18, that was why was it so long ago? Well, it's summertime and there's been visitors, family coming in. And I know that the attitude should be, yeah, but never stop the grind and blah blah blah. But man, when families visiting, I'm just gonna look after them. I'm gonna show them around here. So that's what's going on. So I haven't trained in 2 weeks. I've done my training, so I've done a fair bit of yoga, some mobility, flexibility stuff, a little bit of strength training. But so, anyways, just keeping track with what I have done in the BJJ world, in my BJJ world, I'll rather say. So last time, I remember vividly one thing, and that is when we do the mount escape. We go like this, and then we shrimp, and so on. One tiny thing that I've learned last time was that when you do shrimp, right? Let's say I straighten my right leg, I shrimp with my left leg, to the right. I push to the right. A tip I've gotten from a really good blue belt, which was not really taught by, God damn it, which was not really taught by the sensei, was to also use, get it? To also use the right elbow as you go like this or like that, whichever one you prefer. I think this one is better. To also push with your right elbow on the opponent's knee as you do the shrimp. Because if you don't, when you try to escape, so you do your first shrimp, you flatten your back, and then you're supposed to do the other shrimp on the other side. If you don't help out with the right elbow, if you escape, your opponent is still going to have a knee on belly. That's what I've always had. And so this blue belt gave me this little tip, and he said, listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't see anyone doing it, but I think might help. And I did, and it was great. By the way, that blue belt is a Swiss guy, and man, he was so good. That's another thing I've learned. The second thing I've learned, belts don't mean shit. So this guy was a blue belt, like a 2-year blue belt, and I have seen him decimate all the other blue belts. And I even saw him giving a real hard round to a 2-3 stripe black belt, which is our sensei. And there I realized belts really they don't mean anything. And I talked to the guy, and he does competitions, he trains like every day, so he has an abundance of mat time. He's also a little bit of a competitive guy. I've had some roles with him, but he was very, very gentle with me. He was a little bit like quick. I don't want to say spazzy, but a little bit too sharp for my personal rolling preferences. But I learned a lot from him, and he gave me great tips. Also, gave me great tips with the mount escape and with some general stuff, with the elbows and how to interact with the opponent when he's trying to mount you and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, so he lives in Switzerland. I think he lives in Basel. And he said, yeah, you should come train with us and blah, blah. And then but I was like, man, if everybody rolls like you do there, I'm not coming. Like, with all due respect, I prefer the chill roll, the the slow, methodical stuff. But it was great. And that's another thing I've learned, that like the local blue belts here, even those that I think thought they had a little something, like they just got ragdolled by this guy. And he wasn't like huge. He was like 180 centimeters, like 1 meter 80, and he must have weighed like 80 kilograms, like nothing crazy. There were heavier guys than him for sure. But so that's that. And well, another thing, like I've mentioned, is that I could not train the last 2 weeks. And first, it was really bugging me. So I could have trained, I think, not this week, but last week. But then, when you have visitors, it's just hard. It's just really hard to sometimes organize your shit. But I will have more visitors next week, but there I will be more straight. And so my girlfriend is coming down and she can work on some stuff as well. So I definitely want to get back on the mat, and I don't want to lose that thing, when you're on it and you want to stick to it. I don't want to lose that. So here's that. I'm filming this in a very improvised manner. I just wanted to, put it down. And so yeah, what else can I say? I'm bummed out I couldn't train, but on the other hand, though, of course, my knee has almost fully healed. I can go into a deep squat, no problem. It will start to get a little funky, like after a while, but I've been doing the physio, I've been training. I started to train the legs with body weight exercises, and even just with the body weight exercises, I feel like my legs have like gotten like 40% mass, and I only did air squats and some easy stuff. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of yoga. So I'm not like, I think there was a time when this kind of like in between stuff where I can't train like what I've set out to train would have bummed me out like crazy. But right now I'm like, I don't gotta do any comps. I don't gotta do anything really. I'm watching my BJJ videos. I'm training. I'm having fun, and I'm healthy. I'm not injured, and that's my goal to keep it that way and to continue to learn. So that was episode 18. If all things go well, I will be training next week, and that's it. Yeah, take care. Ta ta.